But even with that feeling, you have to manage it. You shouldn't be walking around like a lust monster. I lust, I need, I gotta have, I want to touch. Even if it gets to the point where you label sex as a need, you gotta have it. It still needs to be managed. Because you shouldn't look at someone to the point that you gotta have them. That girl's life could have been saved if the guy was managing his emotions. And it seemed like a very simple thing, where we are all adults. Very true. However, the most strongest adult, if not checked by their own personal checking system, they need accountability. Someone you can bounce your thoughts and ideas off before it goes too far. It's okay. Some of the most strongest, healthiest people have people they confide into. And if you don't have a person you can confide into, that's why you have life coaches like me, counselors like me, therapists like me that step in and you can have that outlet. Because regardless, the more managed you are emotionally, the more successful you are. The more successful you are. You learn self-love, self-protection. And when it comes to emotions and sex, you can wear a condom physically, but you can't wear a condom emotionally. You can't always protect your emotions with people you're dealing with sexually. So you have to be mindful of that. You can lay down with a guy or a girl and their mindset be totally different than yours. And you have to be cool with that. And you have to be mature enough to dialogue about it too. Because just because you see a person and you're attracted to them, don't mean that they're on the same page as you. If it's just sex for you, you need to clarify that. If laying down with someone through history, you have learned it to mean so much more, then you need to be mindful of who you lay down with. Because everybody might not be on that page. This is emotions and sex. These topics, emotions and then sex, overlap. Because if you don't care about the person, you still can be affected emotionally. And if you do care about the person, you are definitely affected emotionally. And in all aspects, you need to manage your emotions. For women, just because you have sex with someone doesn't make them your significant other. It was just sex. And that's why many people have advised sex to be only entertained in certain realms and committed. And a lot of people say marriage. And that's mainly because of the safety net that is formed when you're in a more secure relationship. the more secure the relationship, the more free you are to explore sex, the more free you are to be yourself. Now, on the contrary, can you be free sexually with a random person, a person you don't know? Sure. However, the operative word is more. You are more inclined to be free when that security and safety net is formed in a relationship. And as you understand that, you understand your emotions. And it denounces possession. He's supposed to be my boyfriend. It says who? Why I shared X, Y, and Z with him. Okay. Y'all have to both come to a mutual understanding that that's what the title is. And if it isn't, you have to be cool with that. Not become obsessed. And a lot of danger, there is a lot of danger in blurring the lines. Meaning giving people the impression things are one way when they are another. That's a major danger. You want to be clear so people don't start acting a certain way. There are times when women are led on to believe one thing in a connection, and it's really another thing. And so possession occurs because you want to control what is actually going on. So you text and call nonstop with no response involved. And the guy in return says, "You're crazy." But in reality, all you're doing is looking for stability and what the connection is. And so when the lines is blurred, I want her to think one thing, but she'll see another way. It's very dangerous. You have to consider other people's emotions. If you're not ready, you need to disclose that. And if that person decides to go any further with you on a sexual component, then they need to take responsibility as an adult and manage their emotions. Vice versa. So many lives can be saved and less hurt can be rippled through different connections. If people understand, number one, emotions is a major topic, and number two, sex is a major topic, and both of them can overlap. And this goes back to spending time with self. You have to spend time with self, know what you want, what you want to go on in life, and be cool if something doesn't go your way. be cool with people not wanting to go your way. Manage your emotions. Or you can get, on the flip side, everything that you wanted. The guy that you was attracted to, the girl that you was attracted to. And it could be everything you desired. And you still have to manage your emotions and pace yourself so you're not oozing all out the seams and being so emotional and being so attached. Don't lose sight of everything that you have going on. Work, kids. I have heard people get so caught up in the person they're dealing with sexually that they forget about their kids. Like, females actually disappearing for a couple of days just to be with a guy, or a couple of weeks just to be with a guy, and forgetting they have kids they gotta tend to. It's crazy. But it comes out of you not managing your emotions. You not distorting things. You can get someone mutually attracted to you. The sexual chemistry can be mutual, and nothing's wrong with that. However, you still have to manage your emotions. And A, not make things more than what they are. B, continue doing whatever is on your plate. And C, know where your limits are with that person. Know your boundaries so you don't overstep them. Or vice versa, they don't overstep at you. So it could continue to be an enjoyable experience. Sex is only for adults. And when you're a young child, you try to convince yourself as a teenager you can handle sex, but it's only for adults because there's so much that comes out of it. You have to be careful because you need to respond in a mature way when sex is involved. And that's why it's for adults only. Some people at older generations would say you shouldn't be having sex unless you're able to stand up on your own too. Mainly because the consequences thereof. And you shouldn't be so consumed with fulfilling your lustful desires that you forget your safety. Condoms do exist. Birth control do exist. So that's why adults should be the only ones having sex. When you're young and dumb, and I mean dumb by you're unaware of the emotional part of sex, you make a lot of decisions that are not well thought out.